Mana bu bizden çayxanamız. Tamak etiydiğen, çay kaynatıydiğen. Mana bu bizdenki komandallık ştab. Aşxana tamak etiydiğen, uxlab yetip qo'yadigan yerimiz mana şu. Jihad qildigan yerimiz mana Mushtaqdan eshib ketib u yangi basaqlan. Bartkemiz shu.
Those are called commanding officers. They usually stay at the base or drive around the area. The soldiers sent to the front line are ordinary members, rookies, the poor. The rich people don't go near the battlefield.
Mardan recalls that at the beginning, when the terrorist organization persuaded them to join, it promised them justice, equality, friendship, and mutual assistance. But the actual situation is quite the opposite, as the private cook for the East Turkestan Islamic movement leader, Abduyali's life was very different.
We lived better as we lived with the boss. For example, we had meat with noodles for each meal as well as fresh fruit and drinks, much better than what the others got.
And how do ordinary members live?
We had meat once a month or every fortnight, but sometimes there was no meat or only once in 2 or 3 months. Potatoes, tomatoes, and naan. Naan we made ourselves.
Although living apart from their leaders, the ordinary members are well aware of the differences in lifestyle.
There are always cars for the commanders and leaders, no matter where they're going. Maybe taking their wives and kids to hospital or going shopping. They basically always drive when they go out. The regular poor members have to walk.
Many East Turkestan Islamic movement members have been killed in the course of carrying out terrorist attacks. East Turkestan Islamic movement claims that it will take good care of the widows of these so-called martyrs. The reality is, though, that a woman who has lost her husband has no control over her fate.
Life for a widow is difficult as she'll always face problems. For example, a woman can't go to hospital alone, not like in our country where we can go to hospital by taxi or by ourselves. They must be taken to a hospital. They can't go to the market and buy things like food and vegetables by themselves. A woman must have a man to buy food and vegetables for her. That's how restricted women are. And their children can't be educated.
Mardan's wife was the widow of an East Turkestan Islamic movement member. Forcing widows to remarry is very common in East Turkestan Islamic movement. It so happened that one widow in the East Turkestan Islamic movement resorted to selling her body to earn the money for raising her children. Eventually, the East Turkestan Islamic movement leader called for her to be executed in the name of Sharia law.
I tried to talk them out of it. I asked, why are you doing this? Is it right? They said, don't get involved. It may influence our business. And they called me out in front of everyone. They forced me to admit I was wrong. If you don't, it may cost you your life. I was scared and said I was wrong. Then they called out 20 or 30 people and declared me a sinner. I received 89 lashes.
Now, despite being in detention center, Mardan feels much safer than he did in the overseas terrorist base. During the interview, he asked to say something to his parents, who he hasn't seen for 4 years.
Through the camera, I asked my parents to forgive such a son like me. Please forgive me. I haven't done my duty as a son. I should be making a living at my age, and I should be making life better for you. But I haven't done so. I want to say to everyone, we only live once, so we should devote our lives to doing something meaningful and beneficial for others.
Ma'nilik ishlar bilan, boshqalarga manfaat yetkazadigan ishlar bilan o'tkazish kerak deb qaradim men.